What's good, YouTube? Hit me an X. Make sure I hit that like, hit that sub. Show your boy some love. Man, big news had to go live on this one, y'all. The streets still on fire about this team right now. Um, as we all know, the Phoenix Suns acquired Bradley Beal and another player, a role player. Doubtful if that player will ever be a playoff rotational player, but Jordan Goodwin, Bradley Beal, Chris Paul out, Shamet out. Man, this is some Hey, this is some good information to unpack. We all thought Chris Paul was going to be waived. We all thought Shamit didn't really have much trade value, and to be able to pull in a former All Star and Bradley Beal, well, let's just be honest. I mean, he's had his injuries. He could potentially be an All Star, but um, alongside with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. I like that move. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it a lot. I've had a lot of time to think about it and wrap my mind around this idea of Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and, and KD, and potentially DA. I like the fit. I can't be mad at that. But for our future, there's a few things I want the Suns to do. I mean, the first thing I want us to do, of course, is get rid of DA. A lot of people have been screaming about depth, and I agree. So maybe this is the time where this is the position or this is the player that we move for depth. And I'm not mad at it. I like our options. I heard the Dallas move. I'm hearing people say Indiana, but the team I'm looking at is the Utah Jazz. A lot of people are sleeping on the prospects they have over there, the potential moves that we can make with them. uh, DA for a guy like, let's say, what, Colin Sexton. I was looking at their salary the other day. Colin Sexton, I think Taylor Horton, and Chris Dunn, right? Those three players, probably even a first round pick for DA, is more than enough to help us improve our depth. That's it. People say three or four players. I believe probably three, and those three players will contribute immensely for this team. Um, Especially we could bring somebody in for the minimum like Brook Lopez. That's like, I mean, that's another guy that's very high, or Draymond Green. We can improvise with this roster. What's going on, Lala? Good morning, Lala. How you doing? But yeah, those three guys that can contribute immensely for our team, and hopefully the Suns, like I said, don't go into the season believing, oh, we're set. We could just put anybody around Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and feel like this is going to work. You know what I mean? Just just because you can build a team on paper, it's kind of hard to justify saying, "Oh, you're champions because you can build a good team." We've seen enough cases in which it hasn't worked out for teams or players. So I'm hoping the Suns have their eyes set on the right places. So said Bill on the Suns caught me off guard. Yeah, it caught me off guard too. Definitely caught me off guard. Said Miami or Portland. Yeah, Miami. Let me make sure I say that too. Miami had the best pieces. They had the best pieces. Uh, But it's all about where the player want to be at this. Let's be honest. I mean, Bradley Beal doesn't request the Suns and say I'm only going to the Suns or have a no trade clause. We're not getting Bradley Beal for what we got him. So that was highway robbery, of course. So it is what it is, man. We can't complain about, can't cry over spilled milk. I want to touch on that super team point though, because I understand it. I'm not going to argue. All right, bet it's three superstars, right? Quote unquote superstars. But what's the criteria for a super team? Is it is the criteria, oh, three Hall of Famers like it used to be? Now is it three All Stars? Right? Which one is it? Because last time I checked, I thought it was three Hall of Famers, and I don't believe Bradley Beal's a Hall of Famer. Right? I don't believe he's a Hall of Famer. What is he? A three-time All Star, one-time All NBA. I think he scored what 31 points one season, 30 points one season. Never really had much playoff success. When has he been a superstar? When has he been a Hall of Famer? You know what I mean? So how is this a super team? I get it. Okay, you got DA alongside of that, but how is this a super team? We're talking about a guy that's been a perennial loser in the playoffs. Let's just be honest. So it is what it is. I'm not going to argue much against it, but it's hard for me to say it's a super team. It's a team full of shot jackers. Yeah. It's not enough basketball for everybody. I will say that, but That's why you go out and get a legitimate point guard, somebody that can orchestrate the show. Now I'm not mad at Colin Sexton. I think Colin Sexton would be a great fit, especially if we're giving up Da and getting off that bullshit. Hey, that's another shot jacker. Da is definitely a shot jacker. So who's gonna be the point guard? Right now it's gonna be Point Book, I guess, on paper. It's Point Book, so it is what it is, man. Can't look. Hey, can't really complain with it. Point Book look decent. I just don't want him with the ball in his hands all the time. Because I mean that's how you get injured. And he's already injury prone. So you want to see how Vogel works this team? Yeah, me too. But we won't even know how the team's gonna look. We don't even know how the final product's gonna look yet. So I'm looking forward to this draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. And me and my brother are going live for the draft. He is a Rockets fan, so I'm gonna let him carry the show that day. Um, Hopefully they could get Scoot Henderson or somebody like that. I'm pulling for the Rockets. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm low key a Rocket fan because of what James Harden did. Right, I ain't like how he did things, so I'm low key a Rockets fan too. And I'm hoping they can find a way to turn this roster around. So be on the lookout for that stream. Say DeAndre Aiden ain't he gonna be out. I don't think he's gonna be no DeAndre Jordan, bro. DeAndre Jordan couldn't shoot, bro. Let's be honest. Seven points per game, 12 rebounds, 8 stats. I don't believe it. I think it's the other way around, like 12.7 rebounds. That's why I want him traded, because you're not paying $30 million for a guy that's doing it. You're gonna spread that money to other positions, like bringing in, let's say Taylor Horton Tucker. Even Taylor Horton Tucker, at least I know he's gonna give us effort, right? You got two effort guys in Chris Dunn, Taylor Horton Tucker, and then a prospect in Chris Dunn. We don't know where Chris Dunn's going to end up. I believe Chris Dunn is figuring out the NBA. If you look at his last season stats, I know he only played 25 games. But the dude averaged like 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, something like that. Some on 50% shooting, 40% shooting from the three. So he's figuring it out slowly. And we all know him as a defender, how he's clamps on the defensive end. And I think he fits a Frank Vogel system. So I want that trade personally because of the fit more so than just getting off a DA, right? Because DA, I don't believe fits that. He doesn't have a mindset. He's not aggressive enough. He quits on the team. He quit on us last year. So it just is what it is, huh? So Aiden going to lead the league in offensive rebounds. No, he's not. How much do you want to bet? Well, depending on what team he on, but how much you want to bet he's not averaging more than Steven Adams? We can put money on that. Yeah, we can put money on that. But yeah, I'm finna head in and work, bro. I gotta get ready for work. I appreciate y'all for coming through though on a quick early stream, man, early morning stream. I mean, I gotta lock in though, y'all. But I will be back though real soon. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hitman X, hit that comment section if you're coming in late. Let me know how you feel about this one. I'm out of here.